White words appear over a black background. Sony Interactive Entertainment presents a Naughty Dog game. Cut to a darkened living room. A blonde preteen girl stirs as she sleeps on a couch. An unseen man enters the house.
Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job.
He is on a phone.
I understand.
He has dark hair and a beard.
Let's talk about this in the morning, okay?
A lamp flips on.
We'll talk about it in the morning.
The girl wakes up.
All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot.
She slides over as the man takes a seat next to her.
Monday at work, huh?
He leans back, then rests his head on his hand.
What are you still doing up? It's late.
Oh, crud, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
A clock reads 11:49.
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
She retrieves a small box.
Here.
She hands it to him.
What's this?
Your birthday?
She sits back beside him as he opens the box to reveal a gray wristwatch with a leather strap.
You kept complaining about your broken watch. So I figured, you know.
He puts it on.
You like it?
Raising his wrist, he inspects the watch.
Honey, it's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not.
What? No.
She pushes his forearm away.
Oh, ha ha.
She lies down on the couch.
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
He presses a button on a remote, and the glow of a television washes over them. Later, the man scoops the now sleeping girl off the couch. They pass the clock, which now reads 1:31, as he carries her towards a staircase. In a bedroom, he lays her down over a butterfly bedspread. He brushes her hair behind her ear.
Good night, baby girl.
Two infected men are shot down behind Joel carrying Sarah. A soldier wearing a gas mask shines a flashlight.
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
The soldier aims a rifle at them. Joel steps back.
We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians in the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But...
The soldier speaks into a radio.
Yes, sir.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need...
The soldier raises his weapon.
Shit.
As the soldier fires, Joel shields Sarah, then drops her as he collapses. The soldier steps over Joel with his lightened rifle aimed at Joel's face.
Please don't.
The soldier topples over as he is shot in the head. Tommy appears with a raised revolver.
Oh, no.
Joel scrambles to his daughter.
Sarah.
She holds a blood-soaked stomach.
Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know.
He applies pressure to her wound.
Listen to me. I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby. I know it hurts. Come on, baby. Please. I know, baby. I know.
Tommy steps forward as Joel glances back at him.
Sarah.
Sarah goes limp in her father's arms.
Baby.
Her lifeless eyes stare up at him. He rocks her back and forth.
Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. No. No, no, no.
He holds her close.
Please, please, please don't. Please.
A white title appears over a black background. The Last of Us. Then, opening credits appear as an outbreak of cordyceps fungus spreads. Audio recordings of news broadcasts play.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. Riots have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the fireflies.
Spores release from the fungus into the air. Cut to black. White words appear. Summer. Cut to a darkened room where Joel lies asleep. He startles awake. White words appear. 20 years later. A weathered Joel appears with graying dark hair as he staggers from the room.
I'm coming.
He stiffly shuffles to an apartment door. He opens it to reveal a woman with dark hair pulled back by a black bandana.
How was your morning?
She enters. Bruises mark her right eye and cheek. She picks up a brown liquor bottle, then pours its contents into a glass.
Want one?
No, I don't want one.
They share a glance as he steps away from her.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
She sits on a tabletop.
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
He brings her a damp cloth.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
She holds the cloth to her face.
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months. Easy.
He motions to his face.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these two assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that.
He takes the cloth, then inspects her face.
Are these assholes still with us?
He dabs at the bruising.
That's funny.
At least find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
She stands to face him.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
He tosses the cloth onto a counter.
He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Well, I'm ready now. Yeah?
Oh, I can do now.
He follows her. Joel and Tess climb out the window of a brick building, cornering Robert in a fenced alley.
Oh, hello, Robert.
Robert faces them.
Tess, Joel. No hard feelings, right?
None at all.
Tess picks up a pipe, then takes out Robert's legs as he tries to flee.
God damn it!
We missed you.
Look, whatever it is you heard, it ain't true, okay? I just want to
The
say...
guns. You want to tell us where the guns are?
She stares over Robert, who nods.
Yeah, sure, but it's complicated. All right? Look, all right, just hear me out on this. I got
Joel stomps Robert's face.
Fuck.
He pulls on Robert's right arm.
Stop! 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 Ugh.
Tess pulls out a handgun.
Quit your squirming.
She crouches.
You were saying?
I sold him.
Excuse me.
I didn't have much of a choice. I owed someone.
You owed us. I'd say you bet on the wrong horse.
I just need more time. Just, give me a week.
You know, I might have done that if you hadn't tried to fucking kill me.
Come on, it won't
Who
like
has
that.
our guns?
I can't.
Joel yanks Robert's arm back.
Just give me a couple...
Robert's arm lays limp.
Who has our guns?
It's the Fireflies. I owed the Fireflies.
What?
Look, they're basically all dead. We can just go in there, finish them off. We get the guns. What do you say?
Tess and Joel rise.
Come on. Yeah, fuck those Fireflies. Let's go get them.
She stares at Joel before raising her gun.
That is a stupid idea.
She shoots Robert in the head.
Well, now what?
We go get our merchandise back.
How?
I don't know. We explain it to them.
Her eyes wander.
Look, let's go find a Firefly.
You won't have to look very far.
A black-haired woman appears holding her side.
There you go. Queen Firefly.
Why are you here?
Business. You're looking so hot.
Marlene looks down at her wounded abdomen.
Where's Robert?
She glances around. Tess motions to the ground as she steps aside to reveal Robert's body. Marlene's gaze lowers.
I needed him alive.
The guns he gave you, they weren't his to sell. I want them back.
Doesn't work like that, Tess.
The hell it doesn't.
I paid for those guns.
Marlene approaches them.
You want them back? You're gonna have to earn them.
Tess looks to a pensive Joel.
How many cards are we talking about?
I don't give a damn about ration cards. I need something smuggled out of the city. You do that, I'll give you your guns back, and then some.
Arms crossed, Joel steps beside Tess.
How do we know you got them? Well, I hear the military's been wiping you guys out.
You're right about that. I'll show you the weapons.
Search the area. Yes, sir.
I gotta move. What's it gonna be?
Joel and Tess stare at one another.
I want to see those guns.
Follow me.
They jog off after Marlene. In an abandoned cafe, Marlene collapses onto her hands and knees.
Come on now. Get on up.
Fuck away from her!
A teen girl with auburn hair appears.
Let her go.
The girl brandishes a knife. Tess releases the girl's wrist.
You're recruiting kind of young, aren't you?
She's not one of mine.
She tries to help Marlene.
Shit. What happened?
Don't worry, this is fixable. I got his help,
Marlene looks at Joel as she rests against a counter.
but I can't come with you.
Her eyes shift to the girl.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another shot at this.
Joel approaches them.
Hey. We're smuggling her?
There's a crew of Fireflies that'll meet you at the Capitol building.
That's not exactly close.
You're capable.
Tess steps closer.
You hand her off, come back, the weapons are yours. Double what Robert sold me.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Back in our camp.
Tess glances at Joel, who shakes his head.
We're not smuggling shit until I see them.
He crosses his arms.
You'll follow me. You can verify the weapons. I can get patched up. But she's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think
Bullshit,
that's the
I'm not
best
going
Ellie.
with him.
Ellie looks from Joel to Marlene.
How do you know them?
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
He left you too. He was a good man.
Tess moves to Joel.
I could just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking. You'll be fine.
Marlene pushes herself up.
Now go with him.
Joel faces Tess.
Don't take long.
He stares at Ellie.
And you, stay close. Let's go.
Ellie gives Marlene a concerned look before leaving with Joel. Marlene holds her side as she leans back against the counter. She gazes after them. Joel and Ellie enter an apartment.
Is it?
He closes the door behind them, then strides over to a couch. He wipes it, then adjusts a pillow before lying down. Ellie stares at him.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
His eyes are closed.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
As she surveys the apartment, her eyes wander to Joel. She steps past the couch. He wears the wristwatch Sarah gifted him, which now has a cracked face.
Your watch is broken.
Now it's nighttime. Joel stirs in his sleep. His eyes snap open, but he relaxes.
You mumble in your sleep.
Ellie sits in an armchair beside a window in the dark.
I hate bad dreams.
A heavy rain falls outside. Joel sits up.
Yeah, me too.
He rubs his face, then rises. Staring, he approaches her. She glances between the window and Joel.
You know, I've never been this close. It's the outside.
She motions to a perimeter wall dividing the city.
Look how dark it is.
He moves to a lantern, then turns it on.
Can't be any worse out there.
She stands to face him. He turns to her.
Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
Hey,
Tess enters.
sorry it took so long. Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
She'll make it. I saw the merchandise. It's a lot. Wanna do this?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Joel and Ellie follow Tess into another room. A soldier rifle butts Joel.
Don't do anything stupid.
Joel falls to his knees.
Move.
Ellie and Tess hold their hands up.
Turn around, on your knees.
Another soldier aims a rifle and flashlight at the three.
You scan him, I'll call it in.
Ellie and Tess kneel beside Joel.
Put your hands on your head.
The first soldier scans Tess's neck with a device.
This is Ramirez at Sector 12, requesting pickup for 3 stragglers. Understood.
Look the other way. I can make this worth your while.
Shut up.
The soldier scans Joel.
Tired of this shit.
The soldier goes to scan Ellie.
What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
Ellie pulls out a knife, then stabs his leg. They wrestle for his handgun, but he hits her down. Joel tackles him as he tries to shoot Ellie. Tess shoots Ramirez. Joel gains control, then shoots the first soldier in the head.
Oh, fuck.
Ellie sits against a crate.
I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Tess's brow furrows at the device as she picks it up.
Oh, shit. Look.
She tosses it to Joel. A screen flashes, positive.
Jesus Christ.
He stares at Tess, then Ellie.
Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Was this lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Ellie exposes a bite on her arm.
Look at this.
I don't care how you got infected.
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks. I swear. Why would she set you up?
Joel and Ellie regard one another. Joel waves a hand in disbelief.
I ain't buying it.
Joel pauses. A military vehicle approaches from a distance.
Oh, shit. Tess, run. Run!
Go! Go! Move!
The three dash around an abandoned truck towards a ditch. Joel opens a gate through a drainage tunnel. Ellie and Tess follow him through to a flooded street near a broken overpass. Tess closes the gate. Ellie sits.
All right, there you go.
Tess glances from Joel to Ellie, then crouches beside Ellie.
Look, what was the plan? Let's say that we deliver you to the Fireflies. What then?
Marlene, she said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
And that
Ellie shakes her head.
whatever happened to me is the key to finding a vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
It's what she said.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Hey, fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess, what the hell are we doing here?
What if it's true?
Ellie and Tess rise.
I can't...
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far. Let's just finish it.
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
He pulls Tess aside. She glances back at Ellie.
I get it.
She moves past Joel. Ellie eyes Joel as she follows Tess away from the tunnel.
All right. Now watch your step as you're going up, because it's going to be a little...
Ellie ignores Joel's advice. She crosses a board between a metal railing and the rooftop of a brick building. Dust shakes off of the board. She hops onto the roof. Joel follows. They gaze out at the city as Tess makes the crossing.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out. But man, can't deny that view.
There's a domed building in the distance.
Come on, this way.
Joel crosses his arms and stares down pensively.
Hey, pick it up.
He takes another look towards the cityscape before following Tess. Ellie climbs down a ladder on the other side of the roof.
Look, we're almost done. Stay focused.
Yes, ma'am.
Tess descends, then Joel. The hue of a purplish sunrise contrasts with the darkened city below. Joel, Tess, and Ellie enter the Capitol building. Multiple
No.
bodies cover the floor.
No, no, no.
Tess rushes over to a man lying in a pool of blood.
What happens now?
Joel closes the door. He steps over to Tess, who searches the body.
What are you doing, Tess?
Maybe they had a map or something to tell us where they were going.
How far are we going to take
As
this?
far as it needs to go.
She stares over at Ellie.
Where was this lab of theirs?
Oh, she never said. She only mentioned that it was someplace out west.
What are we doing here? This is not us.
What do you know about us?
Rising, Tess looks at Joel.
About me.
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really? Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess! Now, we tried. Let's just go home.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my last stop.
What?
Tess turns away from him.
Our luck had to run out sooner or later.
You going on?
No, don't!
He tries to take her by the arm.
Don't touch me.
Holy shit. She's infected.
Joel backs away from her.
Joel,
Let me see it.
I didn't mean for this.
Show it to me.
Tess pulls back her shirt collar, showing a bite near her shoulder.
Oh, Christ.
Oops, right?
He gazes off as he steps back. Tess moves to Ellie.
Give me your arm.
Pulling up Ellie's sleeve, she points to the bite.
This was 3 weeks.
She leads Ellie over.
I was bitten an hour ago, and it's already worse. This is fucking real, Joel. You've got to get this girl to Tommy's. He used to run with this crew. He'll know where to go.
No. That was your crusade. I am not doing that.
Yes, you are. Look,
Tess faces him.
there's enough here that you have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's.
Through a window, soldiers jump from the back of a truck.
They're here.
Damn it.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
You want us to just leave you here?
Yes.
There is no way that...
I will not turn into one of those things.
Teary-eyed, Tess gazes at Joel.
Come on. Make this easy for me.
I can find...
No, just go!
Tess shoves him backwards.
Just fucking go.
He stares back at her.
Ellie,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this.
get a move on.
Ellie jogs towards the rear of the building. Joel's gaze lingers on Tess before he turns to follow. Tess stares after them. She turns to face the entrance.
We know you're in there. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up.
She aims her handgun at the doors. Joel climbs out of the subway. Ellie follows him onto an overgrown sidewalk with rundown buildings. Joel removes his gas mask. He sits on a stack of tires near a tree. Ellie faces him.
Hey, look, about Tess. I don't even know what...
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up Tess. Ever. Matter of fact, we just keep our histories to ourselves. Secondly, don't tell anybody about your condition. They think you're crazy, they'll try to kill you. And lastly, you do what I say, when I say it.
Her gaze lowers.
We clear?
She nods.
Sure.
Repeat it.
She looks at him.
What you say goes.
His face tightens as he turns away.
Good.
He rises.
Now there's a town
He points.
a few miles north of here. There's a fella there that owes me some favors. Good chance he could get us a car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on.
She follows him once more. Joel and Bill close a safe house door just before an infected rushes in. Bill locks the door. Ellie steps back.
Man,
Wearing a gas mask,
that was close.
the burly and brunette Bill approaches her.
Thanks for the heroics and all.
Bill removes the mask. She holds her hand out.
Ellie.
He handcuffs her to piping.
Hey, what are you... Joel?
Bill!
What are you doing?
Bill draws a gun.
Turn around and get on your knees.
Bill kicks
Calm
Joel to
down
his
a second.
knees.
Turn around.
All right.
Get on your knees. Don't test
He
me.
shoves the gun against Joel while checking her.
Any bites?
Oh,
Anything sprouting?
God damn it, I'm clean!
She breaks a pipe free.
I see so much as a trick.
He smacks Bill.
Stop! Son of a bitch!
Joel grabs the pipe, then points it at Bill.
You done?
Am I done? You come into my house, you set off all my traps, you damn near break my shooting arm. Who the fuck is this punk and what's she doing here?
I am none of your goddamn business, and we're here because you owe Joel some favors. And you can start by taking these off.
I owe Joel some favors. Is some kind of joke?
I'll cut to the chase. I need a car.
Well, it is a joke. Joel needs a car. Well, if I had one that works, which I sure as hell don't, what makes you think I'd just give it to you? Huh? Yeah, sure, Joel. Go ahead. Take my card. Take all my food, too, while you're at it.
By the looks of it, you could lose some of that food.
Listen to me, you little shit.
No, fuck you! You handcuffed me.
I need you to shut up. All right?
Joel backs her away.
Whatever favors you think I owe you ain't worth that much.
Actually, Bill, they are.
Well, it don't matter, because I don't have a car that works.
But there is one in this town.
Parts. There are parts in this town.
Meaning that you could fix one up.
Bill rubs his bearded face as he looks at Joel. Bill flattens a map.
All right. If I'm gonna do this, there's some gear I'm gonna need.
All right.
It's on the other side of town.
He points at the map.
Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs.
Bill reaches into his pocket.
But after this, I owe you nothing.
Bill slams the handcuff keys down.
That's fine. A couple days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
Good.
Joel uncuffs Ellie.
Follow me. Whole goddamn town's booby-trapped. Best stay right on my ass.
They go to follow Bill.
Can't miss it.
Knock it off.
Joel pulls her along. They descend into the cellar.
Well, here we are. You don't touch anything. And you close the door?
Joel pulls the door shut. Bill turns a lantern on.
Let's gear up.
Joel stops Ellie.
What? I need a gun.
No, you don't.
Joel, I can handle myself.
No. Just stay here.
He goes to join Bill, who opens a chest.
Fine. Just wait around for you two to get me killed.
Well, this goes on record as the worst fucking job you've ever taken.
Bill grabs a shotgun.
It's up there.
How in the hell is Tess okay with this suicide mission?
It's actually her idea.
Really?
Bill puts it on a table.
Well, the broad's not as smart as I thought she was. What? Fuck her.
He sets a bucket down.
Seriously, you gotta take that kid back to where you found her.
I can't just take her back.
Then send her packing. Let her find her own way. Look, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about.
Bill loads the weapon.
A partner. Somebody I had to look after.
He places it near Joel.
And in this world, that sort of shit's good for one thing. Getting you killed.
Bill grabs another shotgun.
So you know what I did? I wisened the fuck up. And I realized it's gotta be just me.
Bill, it ain't like that. It's
bullshit. It is just like
Bill pauses as he stares.
Hey! What'd I say to you when we walked down the steps? What'd I say?
I'm just fixing your stupid pile.
Don't touch.
Ellie holds up a middle finger.
God damn it. You keep babysitting long enough, and eventually it's gonna blow up in
Bill,
your face.
Can we please just get on with it?
Here.
Bill tosses Joel a gun.
Let's get on with it.
Bill cocks the other. A clicker tackles Joel, then tries to drag him away from the window. Bill yanks Joel inside. Bill blasts the clicker's head off. Ellie closes the window.
That's not gonna hold.
Bill, make it fast.
Bill moves to a crashed truck. The infected shake double doors.
Grab this.
Joel and Ellie keep shelving in front of the doors.
Please tell me you're done.
Bill lifts the hood.
It's empty. What? Fucking empty.
Guys!
Bill, where to? Bill, where? Anywhere but here.
You ready to haul ass? Come on.
Joel urges Ellie away from the shelf. Bill knocks the ladder back from the fence.
Inside the house now.
They move inside the sliding glass door of a ranch-style home. Bill shuts the door.
So that worked out well.
Inside, Joel glares at Ellie as he paces.
Okay, I'll go check out this side of the house.
She leaves them.
Bill?
Somebody had the same idea. They stole my shit.
Well, then what the hell is plan B?
You ought to be thankful you're still drawing breath. That was plan A, B, C, all the way to fucking Z. And furthermore, tell Tess that she could take this job.
Don't you bring Tess
she
into
can
this.
shove it right up
nothing to do with...
Bill's jaw lowers as he stares beyond Joel.
Jesus.
A man wearing a Hawaiian shirt hangs by a noose.
What, you know this guy or something?
Joel approaches the corpse.
Frank.
Joel shrugs.
Who the hell's Frank?
He turns to Bill.
He was my partner.
Joel looks back towards the body. Bill draws a machete.
He's the only idiot that would wear a shirt like that.
Bill cuts Frank's body down. Bill's mouth tightens as he stares down at the corpse.
He's got bites. Here. And
Reckon he didn't want to turn, so he...
Yeah, guess not.
Bill glances back towards Joel, then shrugs.
Well, fuck him.
Bill steps backwards towards Joel. They look up. In a garage, Ellie tries to start a weathered truck. They rush to her.
Look what I found. It's got some juice in it.
Bill checks under the hood.
That's my battery. That fucking asshole.
Bill shuts the hood.
Get out.
He moves towards the driver's side.
Get out.
Okay. Jeez.
Ellie hops out. Bill slides into the truck. He rubs his brow.
Battery's drained, but
He gets out.
cells are alive.
Meaning?
Meaning, we push it, get it started, and the alternator will recharge the battery.
Is that your guess?
Look, you wanted a plan B. This is as good as it gets.
Bill steps away. Ellie faces Joel.
What are you thinking?
Joel's eyes shift from Bill to Ellie.
Thinking you drive and we push.
Bill and Joel ride in the truck bed. Bill hits the side.
All right, this'll do. Stop!
The truck stops along a weathered street. Joel glances at Ellie in the driver's seat.
Just keep her running, all right?
She gives a thumbs up. The men climb out.
That girl nearly got us killed.
Bill grabs his bag.
You gotta admit, she did hold her own back there.
They step toward a sidewalk.
You ain't gonna make it.
Bill reaches into his bag.
Oh.
He tosses Joel some rubber tubing.
Here.
What's this?
You'd be amazed at how many cars still got gas in them.
Appreciate it.
Joel moves closer.
Look, Bill, about your buddy back there, that's a tough deal. And
Bill shifts, seemingly uncomfortable.
We square.
we're square.
And get the fuck out of my town.
He motions his head down the street, then gives Joel a hard stare before leaving. Joel's gaze lingers after Bill. He moves back to the truck. Over a barrier and above treetops, across the street, lightning flashes amongst dark clouds. Later, rain pelts abandoned vehicles on the side of the road. The truck cruises along the unkept blacktop. Inside the truck, Joel rubs his face as he dozes off in the driver's seat.
Oh, man.
Ellie sits in the back seat.
Hey, what happened to sleeping?
She holds up a comic book.
Okay, I know it doesn't look like it, but this here is not a bad read. Only one problem. Right there. To be continued. I hate cliffhangers.
Where did you get that?
Back at Bill's. I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
What else did you get?
Well,
She pulls a cassette tape from her backpack.
here. This make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time.
She hands it to him.
That is a winner, though.
He slides it into the truck's player.
Well, better than nothing.
She pulls out an adult magazine with a male model on its cover.
I'm sure your friend will be missing this tonight.
She thumbs through it.
Light on the reading, but it's got some interesting photos.
Now, Ellie, that ain't for kids.
Whoa! How the hell would he even walk around with that thing?
Get rid of that.
Well, hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Oh, why are these all stuck together? I'm just fucking with you.
She flings it out her window.
Bye-bye, dude.
Outside, the magazine lands near an interstate sign reading, Pittsburgh, 242 miles. Inside the truck, Ellie crawls up into the passenger seat next to Joel.
You know what? This isn't that bad.
She turns the volume up.
Why don't you try to get some sleep? All right.
I'm not even tired.
Later, a sleeping Ellie slowly awakens. Joel leans forward. The road is blocked by abandoned vehicles.
Well, perfect.
Ellie yawns.
Now what?
She looks at Joel, who glances back down the street, then stares forward. He shakes his head.
Screw it.
He turns down an unblocked off-ramp, veering away from their path. They drive through a city with large red brick buildings. Ellie gazes up at them. A figure staggers into the street in front of them. Joel brakes.
Easy.
A dark-haired man clutches his stomach.
Holy shit. Are we gonna help him?
Put your seatbelt on, Ellie.
Well, what about the guy?
He ain't even hurt.
The man fires a pistol as Joel accelerates. Other men emerge from behind vehicles and attack the truck as Joel speeds into the dark-haired man. A rogue bus rams them, sending them skidding through a tunnel. They smash through a protective metal sliding door and into a store. Cut to black. Ellie lowers Joel's handgun. Joel rises from a flooded floor.
I shot the hell out of that guy, huh?
Yeah, you sure did.
She sits on a crate.
I feel sick.
He takes the handgun from her.
And you just hang back like I told you to.
She stares at him as he kneels in the water, searching the hunter's body.
Well, you're glad I didn't, right?
I'm glad I didn't get my head blown off by a goddamn kid.
You know what? No.
She stands up.
How about, hey, Ellie, I know it wasn't easy, but it was either him or me. Thanks for saving my ass. You got anything like that for me, Joel?
His gaze shifts towards her. He shakes his head.
We gotta get going.
He steps away.
Lead the way.
Joel hops onto the scaffolding of a makeshift watchtower. He grabs a rifle from the hand of a forgotten corpse. Men stand in a square below.
Oh, shit.
Joel ducks down. Ellie joins him.
Come here, keep your head down.
They peer over boarding around the scaffolding.
Right now, I'm gonna jump down there and I'm gonna clear us a path.
What about me?
You stay here.
This is so stupid. We'd have more of a fucking chance if you let me help.
I am.
He holds the rifle towards her.
You seem to know your way around a gun. You reckon you can handle that?
She stares at the gun.
Well, I sort of shot a rifle before.
She takes it.
But it was at rats.
Rats?
With BBs.
Well, it's the same basic concept. Lift it up.
She aims it.
All right, now. You're gonna want to lean right into that stock, because it is gonna kick a hell of a lot more than any baby rifle.
Okay.
Go and pull the bolt back. Grab it right there. Just tug it. Here you go. And as soon as you fire, you're gonna want to get another round in there quick. Listen to me. If I get into trouble down there, you make every shot count. Yeah?
I got this.
All right.
He crouch walks across the boarded floor to the rear of the scaffolding, then looks back.
And just so we're clear about back there, it was either him or me.
He nods slightly, then swings himself over the edge. She stares after him.
You're welcome.
She steadies the rifle. Ellie relaxes her aim, then rises. Staring, her brow furrows. She moves to the back of the scaffolding. Down below, Joel surveys one of the fallen men. He takes a knee beside him. Ellie approaches Joel, who takes a pistol from the man's hand. Joel rises. He steps back to Ellie, then takes the rifle from her.
How'd I do?
He nods to her. He sets the rifle down, then checks the pistol's magazine.
How about something a little more your size?
He hands her the pistol.
It's for emergencies only.
Okay.
She takes the gun. She gives it a once-over before tucking it behind her back into her waistband. They continue on. As Joel climbs through a window, a black-haired man grabs Joel from behind. Ellie hops inside, then slices the man's forearm with her knife. She falls over. Joel flips the man onto the ground, then hurls punches to him.
Joel, stop!
Ellie points.
Look!
A black-haired boy aims a handgun.
Leave him alone.
Joel backs away from the man.
Easy, son. Just take it easy.
It's all right. They're not the bad guys. Lower the gun.
Shaking slightly, the boy lowers his aim. The man rises.
Man, you hit hard.
Yeah, well, I was trying to kill you.
Yeah, I thought you were one of them, too.
The man points towards Ellie.
Then I saw you. If you haven't noticed, they don't keep kids around. Survival of the fittest.
You're bleeding.
It's just nothing.
The man takes the gun from the boy, then reaches into the boy's backpack.
I'm Henry. This is Sam.
He pulls out linen wraps.
I think I caught your name was Joel.
Ellie.
How many are with you?
They're all dead.
Hey, we don't know that.
Henry wraps the cut.
There were a bunch of us. Someone had the brilliant idea of entering the city, look for supplies. Those fuckers, they ambushed us, scattered us. Now it's all about getting out of this shithole.
We can help each other.
Ellie.
Safety in numbers and all that.
She's right. We could help each other. We got a hideout not too far from here. Be safer if we chat there.
Joel eyes Henry before glancing at Ellie.
All right, take us there.
Welcome to my office.
Henry shows Joel and Ellie inside.
How long have you guys been holed up in here?
A few days. We found a bit of food, though. Here.
She follows Sam to a corner of the office.
Blueberries. Found a whole stash of them. You want some?
No.
Joel stares out a window.
Hey man, relax. We're safe.
He looks back at Henry.
So why haven't you left?
Henry shrugs.
Been waiting for the right opportunity.
And?
Henry tilts his head as he steps forward.
Here. Check this out.
He motions for Joel to join him. They look out another window towards a guarded perimeter gate.
Look at these sons of bitches. Every day they congregate down there, guarding that damn bridge. Come nighttime, it's down to a skeleton crew. After sunset, that's our window. Most of them gone, sneak right past them.
He faces Joel.
That could work.
Oh, it'll work. It'll definitely work.
Sitting on a couch, Ellie tries to catch a blueberry in her mouth.
Wow.
All right, ready?
Ow!
A blueberry hurt you?
It's been a while since that boy even cracked a smile.
Henry glances at Joel, who gazes over at the kids.
She doesn't seem bothered by all this.
Joel's head lowers. He steps away from the window.
So where were you heading?
The men take a seat.
Heard the Fireflies are based out west somewhere. We're gonna join up with them. Something funny?
Joel shakes his head.
Oh, it just seems like there's a lot of people putting their stock on the Fireflies these days.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason for that.
So you don't know where they are, and you're just gonna drag him across the country to find them?
I tell you what, how about I worry about my brother, you worry about your girl.
Inch closer, Henry stares at him.
Easy. We're looking for the Fireflies, too.
Henry relaxes. He pulls a map from his pocket, then opens it on a desktop. He points to a location, then a larger marked location labeled Radio Tower.
This is us. There's an abandoned military radio station just outside the city. Any survivors from our group, they're supposed to meet us there tomorrow. You and your girl, you want to join us? It goes down tonight.
I guess we best rest up then.
Staring, Joel leans back in his chair. Henry does the same. Nighttime in the office. Ellie wakes Joel up. She motions off.
He says it's time to go.
Joel nods, then rises. Henry has his hands on Sam's shoulders as he faces him. Ellie and Joel join them.
Now we're gonna be moving fast, okay? So no matter what, you stick to me like glue.
Like glue.
Like glue.
Got it.
Good, good. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Henry leads them. Joel and Ellie come to a missing section of a partially collapsed bridge. She stares over broken concrete.
How many bullets do you have left?
They're gonna kill us!
What other choice do we have?
We jump!
No, it's too high and you can't swim. I'll boost you up, you run past them.
An armored vehicle rams a truck, knocking a car down into the river.
You'll keep me afloat!
Ellie!
Headlights shine over them.
No time to argue!
Ellie!
Ellie jumps. Joel leaps over the edge after her. Joel swims through rushing water to a flailing Ellie. He wraps her in a bear hug before slamming into a boulder. Cut to black. On a beach, Joel wakes to find Sam and Ellie leaning over him.
Henry! He's awake!
Hey, you. We're alive. Okay.
See? What'd I tell you, huh? He's good. Everything's fine.
You know, Sam's the one who spotted you. You guys have taken quite a bit of water.
Joel shoves Henry down as he steals his pistol.
Henry! Get back,
He aims the gun at Henry.
He's pissed, but he's not gonna do anything.
You sure about that?
Stop!
Joel?
He left us to die out there.
No, you had a good chance of making it, and you did. But coming back for you meant putting him at risk. Stay back. If it was the other way around, would you have come back for us? I saved you.
Ellie looks at Joel.
He saved me too. We would have drowned.
Joel's eyes shift away from Ellie in thought. He lowers the gun, then drops it at Henry's feet. Sam crouches beside Henry.
It's fine, I'm okay.
He helps Henry up. Henry's eyes raise to Joel.
You know, for what it's worth, I'm really glad we spotted you.
Henry glances between them all.
Now, that radio tower, it's on the other side of this cliff. Okay? Place is gonna be full of supplies. You're gonna be really happy you didn't kill me.
Joel joins them downstairs.
You're okay.
Still here. Anybody hurt?
No, we're good.
I think it's time we quit this place. Come on.
In the backyard, they slip past a loose fence board towards a radio tower standing tall above treetops in the distance. At night, in an abandoned station, empty food cans litter the floor around Ellie, Henry, and Joel.
Shut the hell up.
That's serious.
A lantern glows. Joel eats a spoonful.
It's Tommy's birthday, and that's all he wanted to do is just rent 2 Harleys and drive cross country.
Oh, man.
A pot heats on a hot plate.
I could die happy if I could just ride one around the block. What was it like?
It was good. It was real good.
Good? Can you believe this guy? Come on, man, give me details. Describe it.
You know what? You two deserve a little privacy.
No, Ellie. This isn't just any regular motorcycle, okay? You get on that bad boy, you feel that engine? Nothing like it.
Oh, yeah? How would you know?
Seen it in my dreams.
Okay.
Henry mimes riding a motorcycle. Ellie waves her hands, then leaves. Henry glances after her, then stares off pensively.
I don't think anyone from my group is gonna show up.
Henry shakes his head, then looks at Joel.
Yeah.
Joel looks back at Henry.
Worst part about it all, explaining it to Sam.
In another room, Ellie enters. Sam sits at a table organizing more cans of food.
Well, it's safe to say those two have officially bonded. What are you doing?
Taking stock of all the food we found today.
I see.
She lifts a can.
And how are we doing on canned peaches?
He takes the can, then sets it back down.
Did Henry send you?
No. Why would Henry send me?
To make sure I'm not fucking up somehow.
I'd say we all did pretty good back there. Especially you.
Sam rises from his chair. He heads to a window and gazes out.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
He glances back at her.
Okay.
She steps towards the door.
Well, have a good night.
How is it that you're never scared?
Stopping, she faces him.
Who says that I'm not?
He shrugs.
What are you scared of?
She moves back towards the table.
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy.
Rolling his eyes, Sam turns to the window.
Being by myself?
He turns back to her.
I'm scared of ending up alone.
She nods. She looks at him.
What about you?
Those things out there.
He motions to the window.
What if the people are still inside? What if they're trapped in there without any control of their body? Scared of that happening to me.
Okay. First of all, we're a team now. Okay, we're gonna help each other out. And second, they might still look like people, but that person is not in there anymore.
Henry says that they've moved on. That they're with their families. Like in heaven.
His brow furrows.
Do you think that's true?
I go back and forth.
She nods, then leans on the table.
I mean, I'd like to believe it.
But you don't.
Her eyes narrow with a doubtful expression.
I guess not.
Yeah. Me neither.
He shrugs again as he looks back out the window.
Oh. All the serious talk.
She takes her backpack off.
I almost forgot.
She takes out a robot action figure.
There.
He picks it up.
If he doesn't know about it, he can't take it away.
She slips her backpack on.
All right. I'm pooped. I'll see you tomorrow.
Ellie leaves Sam holding the toy. He throws it on the ground. He takes a seat back at the table. Staring down, he lifts his left pant leg. A bite marks his shin. The next day, Henry stirs food in the pot on the hot plate. Pushing a blanket off herself, Ellie wakes from a makeshift bed on the floor.
Damn. That smells good.
Good morning.
Where's Sam?
I'll let him sleep in for once.
Oh.
Joel stands by a window.
Well, if you want him to join us, you can go wake his ass up.
Okay.
Ellie heads into the next room. A hunched Sam stands in the shadows.
Sam?
In the main room,
Sam!
The hell?
an infected Sam tackles Ellie.
Shit, he's turning!
Joel goes for his gun, but Henry fires a warning shot.
That's my fucking brother!
Ellie wrestles Sam. Joel crawls for his gun. Henry aims at Sam. Ellie pushes a limp Sam off of her.
Shit!
Ellie? Ellie, are you all right?
Oh my god.
Sam?
Oh no.
Sam?
Joel rises towards Henry.
Henry? Ellie, stay there. Henry?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get that gun from you, okay? Oh, okay, easy.
This is your fault.
This is nobody's fault, Henry.
It's all your fault.
Henry puts the gun to his head.
Henry, no.
Cut to black. White words appear. Fall. Joel heaves on the gate. Tommy and a woman with short blonde hair aim guns from up on perimeter walls.
Don't even think about reaching for your weapon. Tell the girl to drop hers now.
Ellie? Do as the lady says.
Ellie raises her arms.
Hey.
Please tell me you're lost.
Ellie lowers her pistol.
Oh, we didn't know the place was occupied. We're just trying to make our way through.
Through to where?
They're all right.
But you know these people?
Know him.
An older and bearded Tommy opens the gate.
He's my goddamn brother.
Tommy.
Holy shit.
Tommy hugs Joel.
How you doing, baby brother?
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Let me look at you.
Stepping back, Tommy surveys Joel.
You get fucking old.
Easy. It's going to happen to you, too.
The blonde woman joins them.
This is Maria. Be nice to her. She sort of runs things around here.
Ma'am, thanks for not blowing my head off.
Would have been embarrassing, considering you're my brother-in-law.
Joel stares from Maria to Tommy.
We all gotta get wrangled up at some point.
Maria, then Tommy, look at Ellie.
Ellie, right?
Yeah.
What brings you through here?
Ellie glances at Joel.
It's kind of a long story.
Tommy touches Maria's arm.
Why don't we bring him inside?
Yeah. You hungry?
Starving.
Maria leads Ellie and Joel through the gate. Tommy pulls it shut as he follows.
It's quite the crew you got here.
Hey, they're good men.
Joel shuts a control room door.
This place gives them a second chance. Gives us all a second chance.
Joel rests his hand on a chair.
So why'd you leave Boston?
Tommy turns to him. Joel nods.
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
Joel pulls the chair out.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
He takes a seat.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
Well, go on then.
She's immune.
Immune to what?
I've seen her, I know, I've seen her breathe enough spores to take down a dozen men. And nothing. Now, I wouldn't have believed it neither. But I can show you.
Tommy takes a seat across from Joel.
All right.
He props a foot against a table.
I'll bite. Why bring her here?
I was supposed to deliver to the Fireflies. The way I figure they're your boys. You finish the job, you collect the whole damn payment.
I haven't seen a Firefly in years.
You know where they are. Now, I'm not asking for much, Tommy. I just want some simple gear, enough to set me on my way.
What makes you think I'd do this for you?
This isn't for me, Tommy. This is for your damn cause.
My cause is my family now. You ain't talking about some walk in the park here.
Jesus, boy. Have Maria get some of your born-again friends to do it.
They got families, too.
Tommy, I need this.
Joel stares with a look of intensity. Tommy shakes his head slightly.
You want some gear? Sure. But I ain't taking that girl off your hands.
Tommy rises.
This is how you gonna repay me, huh?
Repay you?
For all those goddamn years I took care of us.
Took care? That's what you call it?
They stand face to face.
I got nothing but nightmares from those years.
You survived because of me.
It wasn't worth it.
Joel shoves Tommy into a cabinet.
I bring you the cure from mankind, and you want to play the pissy little brother.
We ain't back in Boston. You lay your hands on me again, it won't end well for you.
They glare at one another.
The hell is that?
We're under attack.
Tommy grabs his rifle.
You still remember how to kill, right?
Yeah.
He rushes out, followed by Joel. Maria joins Tommy.
You okay?
She nods.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Joel.
They glance at Joel and Ellie.
They were coming in from every direction, then Maria was like, we gotta run, and so we dove over these tables, and this huge guy blasted with a shotgun.
Slow down. Listen, hey, are you hurt?
No.
God damn it.
Tommy looks at Maria.
I need to talk to you.
Later outside, they face one another.
Absolutely not. You tell him to go find somebody else.
Joel sits off to the side.
Do you have any idea how many men we lost here today?
Hey, what's that all about?
Ellie joins Joel. Joel shakes his head as he stares over at the couple.
Does that have anything to do with me?
We'll talk about it later.
Stepping forward, Ellie faces Joel.
Did he tell you where the lab is?
We'll talk about it later.
He looks away from her.
Later.
She glances at the couple, then at Joel.
Right.
He goes to speak, but stops as she leaves.
One fuck up and then I turn into one of those widows, okay?
I have to do this. I don't know what else to say.
Maria shakes her head at Tommy.
Fine.
Maria moves from Tommy to Joel.
Maria.
Here we go.
Joel stands up.
You. If anything at all happens to him, it's on you.
He nods slightly. She walks away from them. Joel's gaze lowers.
She's thankful, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Joel looks to his brother.
I'll take that girl of yours to the Fireflies. You don't have to worry about it.
Joel nods, then steps towards him.
It's best this way.
Well, maybe some real good will come of this.
Joel stops. His eyes rise to Tommy.
I need to talk to Ellie.
Tommy nods before stepping away with a radio.
Say again, I didn't hear you.
He strides back towards Joel.
Joel!
What is it?
That girl of yours. She took one of our horses and rode off.
Damn it. Which way?
Come on.
In a bedroom, Joel enters. Ellie sits on a window seat bench, holding an open journal.
Is this really all they had to worry about?
She glances at the journal.
Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt.
She touches a page.
It's bizarre.
Get up. We're leaving. Come on.
And if I say no?
She closes the journal.
Do you even realize what your life means? Huh? Running off like that, putting yourself at risk? It's pretty goddamn stupid.
Well, I guess we're both disappointed with each other then.
What do you want from me?
Admit that you wanted to get rid of me the whole time.
Joel steps closer to her. He raises a hand.
Tommy knows this area.
Oh,
better
fuck
than...
that.
She stands.
Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam? I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
Joel turns away from her with a furrowed brow.
Not her, you know.
What?
He looks back.
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And...
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel, but I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me.
She pushes him.
Everyone fucking except for you.
They stare at one another with teary eyes.
So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
His brow tightens as he gives a nod.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. And we are going our separate ways.
Get it together. We're not alone.
Through a window, two men move alongside of the house below.
There are two walking in.
There's more inside already.
Tommy and Joel take position on either side of the door. Head hung, Ellie steps behind Tommy. Outside, Joel exits the front door with his shotgun aimed as he surveys the area.
We're clear.
He lowers the barrel. Tommy walks out to their horses. A moment after, Ellie storms out of the house past Joel, who gives her a glance. Tommy steps towards her as she moves around a horse.
You want a hand up?
I got it.
Stepping up, she mounts the one next to him. Tommy mounts up. They turn away from the house as Joel climbs onto his horse. They ride out through a fence gate. They travel along a mountain path bordered by an abandoned vehicle on one side and a ravine on the other. Sunlight glows behind the trees. Tommy leads them into a stream. Joel's eyes linger ahead on Ellie, then lower. They ride up a rough mountainside road. Now dusk, the group comes to a stop on a ridge overlooking the fortified settlement of Jackson. Illuminated guard towers stand over perimeter walls.
There she is. Kids will be watching movies tonight.
Joel looks to Tommy.
Where is this Labulaires?
It's all the way out, University of Eastern Colorado.
Joel nods.
Go Bighorns.
Joel glances behind him.
Ellie, get off your horse.
She looks at Joel.
Give it on back to Tommy. I'm gonna hang on to this fella, if that's all right with you. Go on, don't make me repeat myself.
What are you doing?
Your wife kind of scares me.
Ellie approaches on foot.
I don't want her coming after me.
She hands the lead to Tommy.
Sorry for stealing your horse.
Look, come back to town. Let's discuss it at least.
Joel helps Ellie.
You know me, my mind's all made up.
She climbs up behind him.
University, Eastern Colorado. How do I find this lab?
It's in the science building. Looks like a giant mirror. You can't miss it.
You take care of that wife of yours.
There's a place for you here, you know?
Joel nods at Tommy, then glances back at Ellie.
You good?
I'm good.
Adios, little brother.
Joel turns their horse away from Tommy across the ridge. Joel heaves an office door open. Ellie follows him inside. He eyes the closed skeleton remains of a man seated at a desk by a window. Joel picks up a small recording device from the desk. He glances at Ellie, then plays the device.
You're looking for the Fireflies. They've all left.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm dead. Or I will be soon.
She flips through a binder.
Got me some time to reflect.
Joel fast forwards.
Been years that felt like we were... Fucking thing was a giant waste of time. I'm not gonna do this anymore.
She drops the binder.
Come on. Looking for the others. They've all returned to St. Mary's Hospital in Salt Lake City. You'll find them there. Still trying to save the world. Good luck with that.
Do you know where that is?
I know the city.
Is it far?
It ain't close. I mean, on horseback.
His expression darkens.
What?
A flashlight shines from across a courtyard.
Fireflies?
Get down!
Oh!
They duck behind the desk. Along a rundown street, a light snow descends. A slumped Joel and Ellie ride their horse.
I think we're safe.
Joel tips with closed eyes.
Joel?
He falls from the horse.
Joel? Shit. Joel.
Ellie hops off. She tries to lift him.
Ah, get up, get up, get up. You gotta tell me what to do. Come on. You gotta get up. Joel?
Cut to black. White words appear. Winter. Another day, in a snow-covered wilderness, a mountain towers above powdered evergreens spread out across the hillside. A white and gray rabbit emerges from its burrow. Scampering forward, it sniffs the air and ground before shaking snow from its fur. An arrow impales the creature. A person's feet appear as they pick the kill up. Ellie pulls the arrow from the dead rabbit.
Oh. This won't last very long.
She slides the arrow into her backpack, then ties the rabbit to her horse. She looks up. A buck moves behind a tree. She tosses the horse's lead over a branch.
You'll just startle it.
She moves after the deer. Near a cluster of buildings, Ellie, bow still at the ready, comes across the downed buck. Blood streams from an arrow protruding from the deer's neck.
Who's there?
She turns with the arrow aimed.
Come out!
A dark-haired and bearded man with a rifle over his shoulder.
Hello?
A man wearing a beanie.
We just want to talk.
Any sudden moves and I put one right between your eyes. Ditto for buddy boy over there. What do you want?
The bearded man touches his chest.
Name's David. This here's my friend James. We're from a larger group. Women, children. They're all very, very hungry.
So am I. Women and children, all very hungry too.
Well, maybe we could, trade you for some of that meat there. What do you need? Weapons? Ammo? Clothes?
Medicine! Do you have any antibiotics?
The men glance at each other.
We do? Back at the camp. You're welcome to follow us
I'm
back.
not following you anywhere. Buddy boy can go get it. He comes back with what I need. The deer is all yours. Anyone else shows up...
You put one right between my eyes.
That's right.
David looks at James, then nods.
2 bottles of the penicillin in a syringe. Make it fast. Go on.
James glances at Ellie in silent protest, then leaves.
I'll take that rifle.
Of course.
David slides the rifle from his shoulder, then lowers it onto the ground.
Back up.
She stows her weapon in her pack, then grabs the gun. She checks the chamber, then aims the barrel at David. He glances after James.
It's probably gonna be a while. You, mind if we take some shelter from the cold?
She motions towards the deer.
Bring him with us.
He moves towards the animal. He grabs it by the antlers as he begins dragging it. Later, inside a warehouse, David kneels, stoking a small fire in the middle of the floor.
There.
Ellie crouches nearby. The warehouse windows are partially boarded near the bottoms.
You know, you really shouldn't be out here all on your own.
I don't like company.
I see. What's your name?
Why?
Look, I understand it's not easy to trust a couple of strangers. Whoever's hurt, you clearly care about them. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine.
We'll see.
Ellie and David rise. A clicker rushes inside. It charges at Ellie. David shoots it with a revolver. He finishes it off.
You had another gun?
Sorry.
He peers out the door.
Hey, I'd really like my rifle back now.
No, you have your pistol.
He glares at her.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
She stares down the sight. Inside the warehouse.
Well, you handled yourself pretty nice back there.
David crouches by the small fire.
I'd say we make a pretty good team.
Ellie joins him as he stokes it with a stick.
We got lucky.
She lowers the rifle.
Lucky? No. No such thing as luck.
She warms her hands.
Now, you see, I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Sure.
I do. And I can prove it to you. Now, this winter, that's been especially cruel. A few weeks back, I sent a group of men out to a nearby town to look for food.
She breathes into her hands.
Only a few came back.
He gazes at the flames.
They said that the others had been slaughtered by a crazy man. And get this, he's a crazy man traveling with a little girl.
He points the stick at Ellie, who stares with a furrowed brow.
You see?
He looks at her.
Everything happens for a reason.
Ellie quickly rises with the rifle, then aims it at David.
Don't get upset. It's not your fault. You're just a kid.
David's eyes lower back to the fire as he stokes it.
James, lower the gun.
James stands at the door, aiming a pistol.
No way, David. I'm not gonna let her go.
Lower the gun.
David stares at James, who glances between the two as he slowly lowers the pistol.
Now give her the medicine.
James tosses a small bag at her feet.
The others won't be happy about this.
Yeah, well, that's not your concern.
She keeps the rifle aimed as she picks the bag up. James glares at Ellie as she moves towards the door.
Move the fuck out of the way.
James joins David by the fire.
You won't survive long out there.
She backs into the doorway. David looks over at her.
I can't protect you.
She shakes her head.
No, thanks.
Ellie leaves. David's gaze lowers from the doorway. Outside, Ellie runs up a hillside. She looks back through a gap between boulders and a tree at the warehouse before hurrying to her horse waiting at the tree. She grabs its reins from a leafless branch.
Let's get out of here.
She climbs onto it. The horse turns a circle. They gallop up the snowy hillside. Later, Ellie glances back as she comes to a stop near a blurred house amongst other weathered buildings. She climbs down off of her horse. She walks it forward.
Come on.
Inside a garage. Ellie pulls a door closed behind the horse. She touches the animal's side.
Okay.
She descends stairs into a basement. A motionless Joel lies on a mattress on the floor.
Joel?
He exhales a cold breath. A blanket covers him.
I only managed to get a little bit of food.
She reaches into her bag.
But I did get this.
She takes out a vial and syringe, then sets it down. She pulls his blanket back.
Move your arm.
Moving his shirt, she uncovers his swollen and stitched abdomen. She draws the antibiotics into the syringe. She presses the plunger, releasing air from the syringe.
Here we go.
She goes to push the needle into his abdomen.
Sorry. Hold on. That's it.
She sets down the syringe, then covers him back up.
You're gonna make it.
She feels his forehead. He turns his head weakly. She lies down next to him, using her backpack as a pillow. She rests a hand over his shoulder. The next morning, sunlight shines over Ellie and Joel on the basement floor. She stirs awake. Her head tilts questioningly. She sits up, then rises to her feet. She hops up to a washing machine, then peers through makeshift curtains out a basement window. 3 men search the street outside.
Fuck. They tracked me.
She jumps down. She crouches beside Joel.
I'm gonna draw them away from here. I'll come back for you.
Eyes closed, Joel's head shifts as Ellie takes her backpack and hurries out of the basement. Awakening, Ellie grabs her head on the floor of a cell-like cage built into an industrial-style kitchen. James stands at a butcher's block cutting into a carcass. Crouching, she stares through the cage door bars. James cuts a human forearm from a torso, then slides it onto the floor next to a leg. Ellie stumbles back in horror from the cage door onto her hands. He notices, scowls, and leaves. She heaves on the cage doors as she stands. She paces. She grabs a chain, locking the cage door as David enters.
How are you feeling?
He approaches with a food tray.
Super.
She takes a step back.
Here.
He slides the food under the door.
You should eat.
She eyes him.
I know you're hungry. You've been out for quite some time.
What is it?
It's deer.
She glances from the tray to the butcher's block.
With some human helping on the side?
No. No, I promise. It's just the deer meat.
She gives a smoldering stare.
You're a fucking animal.
She drops onto her knees, then hurriedly eats.
It's awfully quick to judgment.
He crouches.
Considering you and your friend killed how many men?
She shakes her head.
They didn't give us a choice.
And you think we have a choice? Is that it? You kill to survive. And so do we. We have to take care of our own, by any means necessary.
She pauses.
So now what? You gonna chop me up into tiny pieces?
I'd rather not. Please tell me your name.
She shoves the tray back under the door.
You're so full of shit.
She stands at the door. He collects the tray.
On the contrary, I've been
He sets it aside.
quite honest with you.
He stands to face her.
Now I think it's your turn. It's the only way I'm going to be able to convince the others.
Her brow furrows.
Convince them of what?
That you can come around. You have heart. You're loyal.
He steps to the cage door.
And you're special.
Gazing at her, he touches her hand, resting on the door bars.
Oh.
Her eyes shift. She gently puts her other hand on top of his. Her face tenses as she twists his fingers. She grabs through the bars at the keys hanging from his waist, but he slams her against the door. He snatches the keys back. She pushes herself up.
You stupid little girl.
She wipes a bloody nose, then feels her head.
You are making it very difficult to keep you alive.
He clutches his hand.
What am I supposed to tell the others now?
Ellie.
What?
Tell them that Ellie is the little girl that broke your fucking finger.
He inspects his crooked finger thoughtfully.
How did you put it? Tiny pieces.
He nods.
See you in the morning, Ellie.
He goes to leave. She wipes her face. In the basement, Joel gasps awake. His eyes shift frantically. He pulls the blanket off as he tries to sit up. He holds his side. He stumbles onto his hands and knees. He feels his abdomen. He glances around the basement.
Ellie?
He spots his backpack as he slowly stands. He grabs it, then slips it on. His gaze shifts to the stairs. Inside a house, a goateed man is tied in a chair. Joel beats on a dark-haired man tied to a radiator behind the goateed man.
You wait here.
Joel grabs a knife as he staggers to the goateed man in the chair.
Now.
Joel sits facing him.
The girl. Is she alive?
What girl? I don't know no girl.
Joel stabs the man's knee.
Focus right here, right here.
Joel taps the man's face.
I'll pop your goddamn knee off. The girl.
Writhing, the goateed man nods.
She's alive. She's David's newest pet.
Where?
Joel twists the knife.
In the town. In the town.
Joel puts the knife hilt into the man's mouth, then holds up a map.
Now you're gonna mark it on the map. And it better be the same exact spot your buddy points to. Mark it.
The man points the knife.
It's right there. You can verify it. Go ask him.
Joel moves behind the goateed man.
Go on. tell you, I ain't lying. I ain't...
Wrapping him in a chokehold, Joel breaks the man's neck. The goateed man drops to the floor. Joel picks a pipe up.
Fuck you, man. He told you what you wanted. I ain't telling you shit.
That's all right. I believe him.
No, wait!
Joel cracks the other man in the head. Inside the cage,
Wakey, wakey.
James pulls Ellie out.
Come on.
Let's go! Stop!
She bites David's hand. The men slam her onto the butcher's block. David raises a cleaver.
I warned you.
I'm infected! I'm infected!
He smirks.
Really?
So are you. Right there. Roll up my sleeve. Look at it!
I'll play along.
He sticks the knife into the block, then rolls her sleeve up, exposing the bite on her arm.
What'd you say?
He glances at James.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
James shakes his head.
What the hell is that? She would have turned by now. It can't be real.
Looks pretty fucking real to me.
She swings the cleaver into James's neck. She rolls off the block. David fires his handgun into a hanging deer as she dashes around it into the next room. She hides behind a wall. She grabs her knife sticking out of some shelving. She climbs out a window. Ellie slashes at David. She climbs onto him, then swings wildly with a machete. Blood splatters across her face. Joel pulls her off.
Ellie! Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look, look.
He takes Ellie's face in his hands.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
Joel.
Joel hugs Ellie close to his chest. He stares into her eyes as he speaks to her. Tears stream down her cheeks. He helps her to her feet. They leave the restaurant. Firelight glows over the booths. The hilt of the bloodied machete is sticking up in the air. Cut to black. On a roof, Joel goes to open a door but stops. Ellie stares down at a group of giraffes crossing an overgrown baseball diamond towards high-rises. Turning, she joins him at the door.
We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
What's the other option?
Go back to Tommy's. Just be done with this whole damn thing.
She shakes her head.
After all we've been through.
Her eyes move down pensively.
Everything that I've done.
Her brow furrows.
It can't be for nothing.
Nodding, she looks at him. She heads through the door. Joel gazes towards the giraffes as they slowly disappear behind a cluster of trees and bushes. His eyes shift thoughtfully. He follows her into the building. In a flooded tunnel entrance, Joel surfaces, dragging an unconscious Ellie just out of the water. She remains motionless. He grabs her face, then puts an ear to her mouth, listening for her breath. He pumps his hands on her chest as he performs CPR. Two soldiers appear.
Hands in the air!
They aim automatic rifles.
She's not breathing.
Hands in the fucking air!
Come on.
The first soldier approaches Joel. He smacks Joel in the head with the butt of his gun. Cut to black. In a rundown hospital room, Joel blinks awake in a bed. Turning his head, he stares at Marlene, who sits in a chair next to him.
Welcome to the Fireflies.
She points to her head.
Sorry about that. They didn't know who you were.
And Ellie?
She's all right. They brought her back.
A soldier stands at the foot of the bed. Joel relaxes.
You came all this way.
She shakes her head.
How'd you do it?
Eyes closed, Joel shakes his as well.
It was her. She fought like hell to get here.
He glances over at her. He starts to push himself up.
Maybe it was meant to be.
Standing, she looks from Joel to the soldier.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty much lost everything. And then you show up, and somehow we find you just in time to save her.
Staring at Joel, she smiles faintly.
Maybe it was meant to be.
Swinging his legs over, he sits on the side of the bed.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care
I
of her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
Her eyes shift towards the soldier, then back to Joel.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
Joel rises.
The hell do you mean, surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine.
She stares at Joel.
A vaccine?
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Joel moves towards Marlene.
Find someone else.
There is no one else.
Listen, you were gonna show me.
The soldier kicks him down.
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised her mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
Joel shakes his head. The corner of his mouth pulls back into a sneer as he stares up at Marlene. He sits back on the floor near the chair.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.
Joel glares at them.
March him out of here. He tries anything, shoot him. Don't waste this gift, Joel.
Marlene exits into a hallway. The soldier faces Joel, who stares down at the floor.
Get up.
He aims a handgun at Joel.
I said get up.
Brow furrowed, Joel pushes himself to his feet.
Go on. Move.
Joel steps just outside a doorway into the hall. The soldier gives him a shove.
I said move.
He aims his gun at Joel's back.
Give me an excuse.
Joel's eyes shift back towards the soldier.
Which way?
The soldier motions his gun to the left. He escorts Joel past a reception area where Joel's backpack is sitting on a countertop. Joel comes to a stop, a few steps past it.
What the fuck are you doing? Keep walking.
Joel spins around.
I said keep walking.
He disarms the soldier, then aims the handgun at the man's waist.
Where was the operating room? I ain't got time for this. Where?
Joel shoots him in the gut.
Where? Top floor, the far end.
Joel lets the man fall to his knees, then shoots him in the head. Joel tucks the gun behind him. He slips his backpack on. The elevator doors open. Joel carries an unconscious Ellie wearing a hospital gown. He hits the emergency stop button, then exits into a parking garage.
You can't save her.
Marlene aims a handgun.
Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want.
His eyes shift to Ellie, then wander pensively.
And you know it.
He adjusts Ellie in his arms. Marlene shows him her palms.
Look. You can still do the right thing here.
She raises her hands.
She won't feel anything.
He looks at Ellie. Later, inside a vehicle, Joel cruises along a rundown highway. He shuts his eyes for a moment. He glances at the back seat. Still wearing the hospital gown, Ellie wakes.
What the hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
She rubs an eye.
What happened?
We found the fireflies.
Flashback to Marlene approaching him with her hands raised in the parking garage.
Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done 'em a damn bit of good, neither.
Brow furrowed, Joel turns to Marlene.
They've actually...
He shoots her with a concealed gun.
They've stopped looking for a cure.
In the vehicle, he stares towards a rearview mirror. Ellie shuts her eyes briefly.
I'm taking us home.
Ellie rolls onto her shoulder towards the back seat.
I'm sorry.
Cut to the flashback. Joel's gun extends from under Ellie's leg. He loads Ellie into the vehicle's back seat. Carrying the gun, he strides back to Marlene, lying on the blood-smeared concrete.
Wait!
She reaches a hand out to Joel.
Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
He shoots her in the head. Cut to black. Joel helps Ellie up the ridge.
All right, come on.
Joel turns to continue on. Ellie stares at him.
Hey, wait.
He steps back to her. She holds her fingers as she looks down thoughtfully. She moves as if she was going to pace, but faces Joel.
Back in Boston? Back when I was bitten? I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. We didn't know what to do. So... she says... let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you... no matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me.
Glossy-eyed, she gazes at him.
Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
He stares at her.
I swear.
Her eyes shift away momentarily before she nods.
Okay.
Cut to black.